Alright, hello everyone. Today is a slightly different day. Actually, today is a very different day. To start with, my beauty light broke. The light bulb has stopped working after only a couple of uses. So I am using natural light today, but it's storming, so it's not even very bright outside. So the light is a bit dim. But to add to all of that, I was going to film my Urban Decay Naked Palette tribute video today, but I got really sick 2 nights ago, had a sore throat to start with. Yesterday I was like completely laid out, but I thought, you know what, I have to go out today. Unfortunately, you know, today is the second to last day to early vote. Guys, I hope that you went and voted. I don't want to look like trash when I go out, you know, I feel like trash. Don't want to look like it when I get my cute little voting sticker. So the first thing that I did was, you know, my hair's wet. I went and I took a shower. I know, at least for me, some people might find this gross. At least for me, it's very tempting not to shower when I am sick because my body just aches so bad that I don't want to get up. But it's really important for me not to skip this step because when I do shower, I just feel so much better. I got my essential oils here in my vanity. Okay, and I'm just going to take each of these. So the On Guard is for sickness. It's supposed to help you fight off and prevent getting sick. Then Lemon is for energy and alertness, and it's also an antibacterial. Then Breathe, because I can't do that right now. And finally, Melaleuca. This is another cleansing property. It just is there to get rid of the nasty stuff. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my contacts. Now, I really should have done this before I put on my oils, but I didn't touch the oils with this hand, and I have washed my hands. You should always, always, always wash your hands before you put in contacts. When I am sick, I don't want to put in my contacts. Carefully with this hand to open my eye. I don't want to get the oils in my eye. Anyway, I've noticed that I don't want to put in my contacts when I'm sick. I just find in general that I feel better once they're in and that I feel more alert and awake and more like I'm following my normal routine. And so I'm going to put them in because it makes me feel better. And that's what today is about. How do we feel better if we have to go out and we're sick? Alright, contacts are in. I feel like a human being now. And now we're going to start on our makeup. Sorry, I'm just going to put my hair behind my ears. I know that I look like a rat when I do this. So the first step before I do anything to my skin is I need to moisturize. I'm using the CeraVe moisturizing lotion. You know, your skin just does freaking crazy things when you're sick. And the other thing you don't want to skip is hydrating. I have my glass of water right here. I already need to take a sip of that. Oh my word, it's so hot in here, I feel like I'm dying. So now that I've hydrated, I'm going to take my favorite lightweight foundation. Anyone who knows my makeup routine knows that this foundation is like my holy grail. I absolutely love it. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation in the shade 204. And then I take a beauty blender. This one is dry, but you know, normally I would do this wet, but I just don't feel like getting up to wet it. And you know, when my skin is doing good and I like don't really have much acne, this is usually all I need to cover everything, like one layer. But since that's not my life story right now, that's not really the case. This is exhausting, y'all. You wouldn't think that like talking would just be so tiring when you don't feel good and like each word kind of like burns my throat. I am committed to this channel. I wish you guys could smell these oils. They literally smell so good. So now, you know, I might skip this step if I was in a hurry, but I'm not. I'm gonna take my little itty bitty Tarte Shape Tape. I used to have a full-size Tarte Shape Tape. I used it all up. And it was in a much lighter shade than this. What shade is this? Does it even say? Light medium. Yeah. Light medium is probably just a little bit too dark for me, but it's fine. Bring it up onto my nose a little bit. Speaking of my nose, I need to get my nose ring changed out. This is the one that I got it pierced with in April, and I just feel like it's a little too big. I don't really like the size of it on my nose personally. I really want to get like a hoop. I love the hoops. Some people don't like them, but I like them a lot. Okay, my skin is looking pretty good. Now I'm just going to take a huge fluffy brush. I'm going to take a bronzer. This is Take Home the Bronze from the Balm Cosmetics, another Ipsy bag thing. Just going to dip that in there, and I'm going to put some life into this sick, dead face. Just a little bit. Y'all, bronzer will change your game if you are feeling sick. Really quick, just a couple of swipes on my nose, get my jawline. Now I'm going to take a smaller fluffy brush. I'm going to grab a peachy blush, and this is another thing you need when you're sick. If you're sick, you need blush, because if you're sick, you don't have any color in your face. I'm just like pale and nasty. Alright, so now I've got my face done, and you know what, I'm going to do something a little crazy. I feel like I want to put on eyeshadow. I'm going to use the Subculture palette. Audrey, how are you going to use the Subculture palette if you're trying to do a quick and easy look? Isn't that like a really complicated palette? Glad you asked. I find that the Subculture palette is so pigmented that if you tap just very, very lightly into it and you use just the smallest amount of product, you can actually create a really, really quick eye look with pretty much no effort. So that's what I'm going to do today. Hold on, gotta dig out my primer. Here we go. You know, this is my standard primer nowadays because any other primer burns my eyes. This is the Clinique, what did we say it was? All About Shadow Primer for Eyes. And I learned my lesson in my last video that I filmed that I cannot use too much of this or it won't dry and it'll really cause my shadows to skip. And I gotta pat or it'll crumble. This primer, y'all, is just really finicky. Would I recommend this primer if I had lots of options? No. Urban Decay Primer Potion, go for it. That primer is fantastic. If you only want to spend like, I'm gonna grab my Anastasia brush. If you only want to spend like $5, y'all, I'm so serious. The Wet n Wild primer is so good. It kills me that I can't wear that anymore. Alright, I'm going to go into the shade Dawn right here. This is just going to act as our neutral base. You know by now that I always lay down a neutral base. Y'all, when you're tapping into these Subculture eyeshadows, a lot of people find them very difficult to use because I really feel like the reason is because they're like jamming their brush into it. Like, no shade at anybody who like had trouble with this palette. I just find that if you are very heavy-handed with your makeup, which is just like a style, that's not like a bad thing, then this is going to be really difficult to work with. But if you are just like lightly tapping in, this is going to work for you. Yes, I'm getting a ton of fallout with this. No, I don't care. Let's go in with the shade Edge, this really beautiful mustard yellow shade. Again, I'm just very lightly tapping into that. I feel like I want a look just to match like my orange colored shirt. I changed out of the nasty tank top that I was wearing in my thumbnail. It's another thing about being sick, y'all. If you want to feel better, change into something that is still comfy but doesn't make you feel gross. And now I'm going to take the shade Roxy and I'm going to just concentrate it in the outer corner. Just going for like an orangey, peachy look today. And now I'm going to take Edge on the flat side of this brush, and I'm just going to put it on the inner half of the lid. Y'all, I'm doing an all matte look for you today. I never, ever do that. Also, you guys, totally skip the eyeshadow when you're sick. Just don't even do this part. If it weren't just for the fact that I'm filming and I just want to do a little more, I wouldn't do this. Yay, look at these bright eyes. Okay. I'm feeling it, y'all. Now we're done with Subculture. I'm going to touch up my brows real quick. I'm just going to take my little spoolie. You know what? I don't even think I'm going to fill in my brows at all today. Just going to comb these out. brush them across, comb out, brush it across, there, done, easy. Alright, mascara. This is my L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. This stuff is supposed to be a dupe for the really popular Too Faced mascara. I don't really know if that's true. I also don't really know if I even love this mascara. I feel like it's kind of clumpy and sticky. Like, I don't really feel it, but I also ain't got the money not to use products that I buy, so... Oh dear, I just laughed and got some on my under eyes. I just played myself. Alright, and you know, that's about it. Let's add some lips. I'm going to take this Tarte. This is one of their lip quenches. I don't even know. It's kind of like a dark shade. This is like really sheer, but I think it just adds like a little bit of color to dead lips. See what I mean? It just gave me like a little bit of life. Alright friends, and that's basically it for my get ready with me. Sorry, I know that I'm just kind of like ugh today, but you know, it's a sick get ready with me. Ew, I still have wet hair on the back of my neck, which I hate. But now I look, I think decent enough to go out. I've got sweatpants on, yes, but this, you know, orangey top is a little bit more, it's an upgrade from my t-shirt or from a nasty brown tank top that I was wearing earlier. So let me know if you liked this video in the comments. Yes, this is because the eyeshadow is a little bit more makeup than I might wear on a normal sick day, but other than that, you know, this is basically what I would do on a normal sick day if I had to go out. Now if I didn't have to go out, I wouldn't have any of this on. But please leave me your best sick tips and tricks in the comments. What do you do to make yourself feel better on a sick day? Do you drink tea? Do you sleep? Do you take a walk? Just let me know. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.